All right, Homesteader family, welcome back to the journey. I'm going to make a little video here because there's a lot of things going on in this world right now. A lot of things people don't even know about or not paying attention to. And this is kind of for the Doomsday prepper. This is for the preppers. This is for the do-it-yourselfers. This is for anybody that's looking at trying to make some money and things like that too. So I mean, it's pretty much for everybody. So with the video today is you've got to learn skills. This is about sharpening your skills. That's one of the key things about this video. And when you sharpen your skills, then you can make the money and avoid doomsday. So one of the big things with sharpening skills is, can you survive? Can you do what you need to do in order to sustain life, sustain your way of living, whether doomsday is here or not? We know right now food prices are going through the roof. Inflation is making everything more expensive. And do you want to keep spending more and more money on produce that you could be growing yourself, which is healthier, depending on how you fertilize and everything else, than a grocery store where you're buying your vegetables and produce very cheaply, which prices aren't as cheap now, but they're cheaply fertilized. They sit in refrigerators, they sit in box trucks, then they sit on the shelves, in the coolers, and everything else until you get them. So you're not getting as many nutrients, which is probably one of the things that's causing a lot of health issues with people nowadays. So what I'm going to show you right here is, if my thing would turn around, right here, this is what I'm working on now. So I set up these seed trays. There's 72 pods each. I'm actually going to bring the camera around this way, try to get some of that light out of here. So these are seed pods. They're the Jiffy greenhouse kits, and I'll show you one of the packages right here. So it's got the 72 peat pellet seedling starters. So I bought a whole bunch of these. I've got 4 on the top, 4 in the middle, 4 on the bottom. So we have over 800 seed pods here that I will be starting. And this is one of the things with sharpening skills and how you can make some money, is you can simply buy some of these, buy some seeds, and start seedlings. Then when the seedlings are grown up, you put them in red solo cups and you sell the red solo cups. Now, for those of you that aren't paying attention to the news and everything else, or have gone down to an ag department or farming USDA office, things like that, we went last year and fertilizer prices were almost 4 times the price of last year in December. And they were saying it was going up and up and up. Well, last week in North Carolina, a fertilizer plant just went up with like 15,000 tons of fertilizer made for like Miracle Grow and everything else, which means the prices are going to go up some more. Which means plants, cost of produce, everything else is going to go up in pricing. And what you can do at home by sharpening the skills of learning how to grow, you can save money on the produce that you eat, and you can actually make some money selling. So this is what we're going to be doing this year, is we're going to do all these seedlings. I'm going to buy a whole bunch of red solo cups. Once the seedlings are done, we'll put them in red solo cups. These will be lined up with red solo cups after the pods are done, and then turn around and sell the red solo cups for $350, $450 a red solo cup. Because I'll tell you right now, fertilizer price, inflation, everything else, I guarantee Home Depot, Walmart, everybody else will be raising their prices. Now over here, you can see I have a lot more trays. I have all the peat pellets to replace. We have bags of fertilizer. We have all different types of seeds, asparagus, all these pots we're going to grow in. And then I had these 3 pots going. Now, I started this already. You can see the green leaves starting to pop up when some of this kale and everything else will start popping up shortly. And this is another thing you can do. Instead of spending a lot of money on markers, you buy silverware, plastic silverware, black Sharpie, and you can go ahead and write right on, and you have your marker that you're not spending a bunch of money on trying to buy these cheap flimsy ones that come free in packages, and people spend $2-3 on a 10-pack when you can buy a whole bunch of cutlery and make them yourselves. So this is one of the things a lot of people have been talking about. My wife Carla, as some of you know, she actually called me up several weeks ago, breaking down on the phone, because she started watching some of the news and seeing all the stuff going on and realized she didn't know how to make biscuits from scratch. So this is one of the times right now, if Doomsday does happen, for those of you that believe Doomsday is coming, or end times, or whatever other aspect of life you see come into chaos, now is the time to go ahead and start making your decision to learn a new skill, to put your skills to work, and to get things moving. So she learned, she went on YouTube while internet's still up, if you guys believe internet's going to go down, and she looked on how to make biscuits from scratch. She's done several batches now. They're getting better and better and better. For those of you that don't know how to grow plants, learn how to grow plants. It doesn't take too much to set up. This is inside our house in the tool room. It's somewhat insulated, somewhat heated, and this is what we're going to do. So this is a quick way to make $1. If you made $1 off each seedling, and this is over 800 seedlings, there's $800. You're not going to spend $800 on the setup. I think in total, between the pots and that and all the seeds and everything else, I haven't bought red solo cups, but I think altogether I'm like $300, maybe $350 into all this. And that doesn't include, that includes all these seed trays over here and all the refills to refill everything 2.5 times. So not only could I make over $800 if I just sold these for $1 a piece and easily make my money back, which growing season, when everybody sees vegetables, who can get seedlings for $1? You can't go to Home Depot, you can't go to Walmart and get them for $1. A lot of them are $2, $3, $4, $5, $6, some even more. And like I said, with inflation this year, prices are going to be going up. So I just want to pick everybody's brain, say now is the time to sharpen your skills. We're coming to the end of February. Growing season is around the corner. Look at chickens. Look at ducks, geese, everything else. Everything was out of stock last year. What's happening right now? Seeds will end up going out of stock. Fertilizer will be going out of stock, especially with the North Carolina plant going up. You're going to see everybody come spring when food prices jump, and farmers are charging a lot more because they're not going to be able to produce as much. And that doesn't include if we have any droughts this year, fires in California, water shortages, storms, hurricane season, fuel prices going up, things of that nature. So seedlings is an easy, simple way to start out. You can't mess up too bad. The pods, you go ahead, you put the water they tell you to put in, you put the seed in the thing, you sit it by the windows, you let it grow, and there's going to be people that are going to want the seedlings. If they don't want the seedlings, guess what? You can plant your own garden, produce your own food, and that will save you some money at the grocery store, because bell peppers now are almost up to $1 a piece just for the green ones. The yellow, orange, and red are, I think, $2.25 now. So if you just had a colored pepper plant right there, you produce 6 to 10 peppers, or however many peppers that plant produces. That's a lot of money coming back for one little seedling. You don't have to do anything near what we're doing. But we're going to do this to try to supplement some money, and we also want a big garden. So several of these trays are going to be for us, along with the barrels over here that have the this one is kale and mustards. That one is salad bowl greens, black seeded Simpson, and butter crunch salad mix. And then the last one is 2 different types of beets, because I like to put beet greens. I cut leaves off beets for those of you that might not like beets. The greens are actually really good. I'm not a big beet eater. I will eat beets, but I prefer growing beets just for the greens. Each plant, you cut 1 or 2 leaves off as they start sprawling out the leaves on the top. And every few days, there have new leaves popped up. You cut 1 or 2 from each plant, and if you have 40 plants, times 2 leaves of plants, that's 80 leaves, and that's just beets. That don't include your kale, your spinach, your lettuces, everything else. So it's an easy, simple way to make salads. Salad mixes are skyrocketing in price right now. I think we're paying like $4.25 or $4.50 for one of the plastic boxes, where here we'll be able to save $4.50 to $5 and eat it fresh with better fertilizer. And then of course we have livestock, so we can start compost and manure, and the table scraps go to the pigs, which go to manure, and we can fertilize without having to buy Miracle-Gro. However, I did buy Miracle-Gro to start with, because with the seedlings, I want them really big, really healthy. I don't have to worry about trying to dig in the snow right now, because we do have snow outside. And this is our project, or not our project, my project, which I think I have Carla's daughter talked into wanting to be a part of this. I told her I'll give her $1 per seedling that we sell. So I might just break even, which is fine. It gets her experimenting and doing things, learning how to make some money. And we're going to have a garden, fresh veggies, and hopefully a lot of updated videos over the next couple months of the progress of my hobby here. And Carla should start making some videos as she gets into her goat milking. It takes goats about 30 days to really start producing. So as soon as that takes off and we have some of the babies sold and some of the babies pulled away from the moms after we wean them, then she'll be into the goat milking process. She'll have that hobby going on, making cheeses and lotions and all that type of stuff. This is my hobby. I got the green thumb. I'm going to keep expanding on this. As soon as the ranch in Colorado sells, I want to get a greenhouse built somewhere, and I want to go full scale with the seedlings like this, because I do think the way things are going, starvation is the #1 killer in this world, and it doesn't hurt to sharpen your skills and learn how to grow, because right now it's been a week. For those of you that don't know anything about growing, it's been a week, and I'm just starting to see a little bit of life in this pot. A week, no life, no life. So if there was no grocery stores right now, I'm not eating. There's nothing to eat. There's nothing growing. You've got to wait. A lot of other vegetables and things like that are 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 days until harvest time. So do you have food? Do you have knowledge on how to survive until you can produce food? So this is why this is my hobby. I think food is going to be a critical thing as fuel keeps going up, inflation keeps going up, food prices keep going up. Less people are going to be able to supply themselves with food. And I think we're going to see a lot of dark days coming up with that. So sharpen your skills, learn how to make some money off of these skills that you learn. You can sell baby chickens, you can sell hatching eggs, you can sell meat chickens. Doesn't hurt to have a flock of chickens in your yard that if them dark days come, you've got chicken to eat, you got vegetables to eat, you've got eggs to eat. If you have goats, you got milk. You have cows, you have milk, you have meat, so on and so forth. So do a hobby, do something that is not computer. building Farmville like back in the day that everybody used to do, and Candy Crush and all these different online games. What's her daughter does one, I can't think of it right now, with all the blocks. Minecraft. All these people are building all these things with the internet. Well, that's not going to save you if you need to eat, if you need to make money, things like that. So learn a hobby that will produce not just for you, but also produce some money for you. You may just break even, but you're eating for free. You're learning a new skill. You're sharpening your skills. And if Doomsday ever comes, you'll be able to survive, or at least do a little bit better than people that are sitting on Minecraft not knowing how to actually grow, not how to butcher chickens, not know anything except the internet. So hope this is helpful for some people. Hope this motivates some to get off their butts, start doing something. It is February, it's snow season. If you have a window, all you need is a shelf. If you don't have a shelf, most people have a file cabinet. If you don't have a file cabinet, you have boxes, a crate, a bucket, whatever. Sit in front of the window, sit in front of the window. You have how many windows inside your house? So there's no excuse on why you can't start growing inside your house in February, which a lot of people are depressed during the winter. Why? Because you're stuck inside, nothing to do. This is a hobby you can work on. Now, as soon as I'll do these 4 trays, as soon as they go, 2 weeks later, I'll do the next 4. After 2 weeks, I'll do the next one. Same thing with these. As soon as these are done in 2 weeks and starting to grow, I'll do 3 more, wait 2 weeks and do 3 more. That way you have rotational crops. So every 2 weeks, you have a new harvest. So every 2 weeks, you are able to eat. So this is what you need to look into, and start a hobby, learn some skills, survive Doomsday, and I'll talk to you guys later.